It's the best video of the week. It's Tutorial Tuesday. My voice is going. Welcome to the over 10,000. I still can't get over it. 10,000 subscribers. What the F? What the F? Welcome back, everyone. You're in for another Tutorial Tuesday. It's the favorite video of the week. For all you newcomers, welcome to the channel. You're about to learn some badass magic. Get those fingers ready. We're going to be building some gimmicks today. For all you that are returning, you know what the score is. We're going to teach you some badass magic. This super visual coin, ring, Sharpie lid, dice, whatever, through card into glass. Now, if you want to win the gimmick from today's video, I'm going to set you a challenge. Genuinely, the exact gimmick that we build in today's episode can be sent to you wherever you are in the world, but the challenge is this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so, make sure you do that right away. Then you're going to get 5 friends to sign up to the channel and just DM me on social media to show me somehow that you've done that, maybe some screenshots, whatever. That's your challenge. It's not an easy one, but if you can do it, then you get this gimmick plus some special surprises sent to you wherever you are in the world, and I'll pick the winner next Tuesday. So let's just dive straight into how to make this gimmick. So here's everything you're going to need to make the gimmick. I'll quickly run you through it. I have a circle cutter. This cuts circles in playing cards. I have some tape. I have 2 double backers. I have a pinhole maker with a little pointy pin, some scissors, and some invisible elastic thread, and I'll put the description for the thread and the hole cutter in the description below. But let me show you how to quickly make this, and it's not as difficult as you think it's going to be. It's actually pretty simple. So, first thing we need to do is cut a hole. I do this by taping the card to a surface, like a chopping board, and then using my circle cutter to cut a hole in the center. Just like this. Now I can carefully peel this card off, and what we're going to need to do now is tape it to this other double backer. Okay, so these are double backers. You want to make sure they line up exact so that that design is perfectly sat in there. Okay, just like that. We're almost done. Now I need to make 4 small pinholes in the gimmick. About just above the halfway point. Place 1 there. Same again. This side, like this. And the same this side. Now you're going to take 2 strands of thread and thread it in 2 lines in a loop here. Okay, making sure the knot is on the back of the card. So take some thread. So through this hole to this hole. 1 and 2. And now we're going to tie a knot super tight. And you can really tie this tighter than normal because we're not actually sliding this thread very far. We're actually going to be wanting this thread to stay tight because it's not going to stretch very much. Okay, and then you're going to cut off the ends. Make sure not to cut off the knot. That's one side, and now the other. Again, thread it through the side, thread it on this side, so you want the knot to be tied where there's no hole in the card. 1, 2, and now again tie a super tight double knot. Last time, cut off the excess. Now there's one final phase, which is the scariest part of the gimmick making process, but it's all you have left to do is we're going to cut away some card, and that is it. So the way I do this is first of all take the tape off. So I'm going to remove the tape. And you'll see we have this as a gimmick, right? I'm going to basically cut around. You can see where the thread is right here. I'm going to cut around as much of the card as I can. So let me show you what I mean. In between these 2 cards, I'm going to cut away as much of this full card as possible, which is kind of scary, but you'll see what I mean now. So make sure that I'm not going to hit the thread. Do 1. Making sure again not to hit the thread holes. 2, 3, and 4. Which leaves me with a gimmick like this, right? And now comes the fun part. We are going to cut this piece of card in the center straight down the middle, and that looks like this. Boom. You now have your gimmick, and the way that works is if you take a coin like this it'll go straight through. So here's your coin. It'll go straight through. Now let's learn how to perform it. A coin has been borrowed and signed. Just to save a bit of time, I've pre-signed the coin for all of you at home. We also need a card selected, so let's go for this card, the 6 of diamonds, and that card also needs to be signed, so I'll go ahead and put KB and a kiss for my wife's initials, just like that. You can all see it at home. We need to wait for that to dry for just a moment. Perfect. Now watch, I'll place that signed card on top of the glass, with the signed coin placed on top of the signed card, also on top of the glass. Now watch, this is all about the coin. If I just cast a shadow, that coin now loses its solidity, and it's able, like osmosis, to melt straight through the card, just like that. Look, that coin is solid. The signed card, of course, is solid, and so too is the glass. Everything can be examined, and I'm going to teach you how to do this right now. So this is the explanation. Have your gimmick on top of the deck with the hole side, so the card that has a hole in it, like this, going down on top, and that is the setup. So what you're going to do is have a card selected, turn face up on top of the deck, and then signed. And then as you blow to apparently dry the ink, you get a pinky break under the top 2 cards. And I'm guessing if you're watching this channel, you know what a pinky break is. But because this is now a double with 2 cards, I can turn these over as 1 and place this now gimmick on top of the glass. Their card is secretly on top of the deck still. Now notice I don't place the deck down. Instead, I bring the attention to the coin, because you don't want people really focusing on the gimmick because they may catch it at an angle, but they're not going to. And as I'm getting attention brought to the coin, I'm going to get a pinky break under that top card, and this is for later on. And now I'm going to move the glass into view and take the coin. Now depending on your gimmick, if you've got an extremely tight gimmick, then you're not going to be able to throw the coin in because it'll bounce, it won't open fast enough. But if you have, you can just throw the coin in. If you haven't, I like to place the coin on top of the card. I don't place it directly in the center, I place it off to the center and then slide it into place, and that stops the gimmick slightly opening. Because if I was to do this and place it right in the center, they may see it move down. So I place it off center and then slide it on top of the hole, okay? On top of those barn doors. Now it's just presentation. I can poke it with my finger, I can use the Sharpie, whatever you want to do, I can make that coin melt through that card. But one tip is that I like to hold the card still with my hand in some way. That stops it from moving, and the spectator is thinking that somehow you slipped the coin down the side. So I place the coin on the card like this, I keep the card in place. And it's important to note the glass I use is not bigger than the card, because again, they might just think that's the secret, that you secretly slide it to the side. So either way, I take the coin and melt it through the card. Now immediately, I can take this gimmick, I can slide it with one hand on top of the deck, or I can take it with one hand and place it on top of the deck as if I'm moving it out of the way. And instead of immediately showing the card, you want to go straight for this, because you want to act nonchalant, like this isn't important, as if as an afterthought you're going to come back to it, right? So I'm going to just, either way, just move this gimmick out of the way as opposed to showing it. So I'm just moving it out of the way and I'm showing that coin and that glass. And finally, because I've got that break there already under one card, I'm going to turn this over and show that this is regular. And then if you want to, you can go face down with the deck and drop that back on top of the glass. And that is it. That is everything ready to be examined. The card, the signed coin, the glass, and the pen. If you really want to take it up a notch, you could just cut that into the center of the deck and steal it later. Now they can examine some of the cards. Or you can simply palm it off out of the deck. One quick note for social media, you can use a face-up card. To do that, I've made the same gimmick, but using 2 King of Spades, and I've cut around the king like this. So if you see, I've cut around the curvature of the king. If any of you out there thought that I was in any way, shape or form smart, then this is proof that I'm an idiot. I just made a gimmick, spent ages making it, and I went to cut around the card, and cut around the wrong part of the card. And I cut around the part with the circle and not the full card. So, please resume with today's schedule because I'm officially thick. So that's it. That was Tutorial Tuesday. I hope you had fun making this gimmick. Remember, if you want to win the exact one that we just built, then your challenge for this week is subscribe to the channel and convince 5 of your friends to do so too. If you can do that and prove it to me with an inbox on social media, you'll win this exact gimmick, shipped wherever you are in the world, completely for free, plus some surprise goodies. Tune back in on Thursday for some more live magic, or even a bit of a different one this week, something special. And then we're back every Sunday for a live Sunday session. If you didn't catch it last week, we did a live Sunday session with Kim Anderson, the one, the only, the Danish plane, the beast from the east. With all that being said and done, I will see you guys in 2 days.